from where he was. And when you're 72, it's kind of hard to convince somebody 72 of anything. And this guy's looking at, we were on a plane ride, and I'm telling him, I said, Leon, you can get baptized, come to the Lord, and live a whole new life. Romans 6 says there's a new life. And we talked about that new life. And old Leon had tears in his eyes and said, Willie, I want you to baptize me. I said, well, I'll do it. Well, my chief security guy was with us. Well, he just listened to the conversation. So he called me, he said, Leon's ready. I said, great. He said, there'll be 2 of us. I said,
amen. Hallelujah.
Woo! So we had one. So last year we're at another deer camp. I was in Kansas, and so I heard this guy talking, and he just didn't sound like he was right. And so he was taking me to the deer stand, and I preached to him on the way to the deer stand. So he drops me off, and he said, Willie, I think I need to get baptized. And I said, hey, sounds good. I said, well, let me hunt, and then come pick me up and go find me some water. He said, there's a cow pond right there. It's 24 degrees in Kansas. I thought, whoo. All right. I said, bro, it'll be cold, but we can do it. He said, all right. So he drops me off. God would not let a buck deer come out in front of me that night, and I know why, because I couldn't be messing with that deer. So I didn't see a deer. He comes pick me up. He said, I brought you some waders. I was like, oh, thank you so much. That sucker stripped down to his underwear, and we went out in that cow pond, and it was only about that deep, but I didn't realize it. So I baptized him right here. Well, his face ain't going to so I just shoved him in the mud. So he got a mud and water. He came up out of there. He looked like he had literally seen the devil or Jesus. I'm not sure. Probably just the cold water. And I think he walked on water as he ran out of that cow pond. And I was still sitting there laughing at him. And I get in the car. And, well, I had my camera guy with me for the deer, for buck commander. And so I'm fired up. I'm like, that's what happened, y'all. That's right out of the New Testament. And he goes, I don't think I know what exactly just happened. I don't know what that means. I started right there and preached him the gospel. So he said, but now the cow pond was unbelievable, but is there anywhere warmer that I can go? So we went into LaRoche's house. He just built a new house, and we got in his bathtub. Now, let me tell you, if you're going to baptize him in a bathtub, it's like frying a turkey. You better stick the turkey in water and mark it on the pot, because all that water will pour out. So we measured it out and then got him in there and baptized him. But I'm telling y'all, we do this everywhere we go, and this is something that the Robertsons believe with all our heart. It's where it changes lives. It's one at a time.
Amen.
We're able to do it through television and books and all that stuff. But just every day, whoever you're around, sharing something with them. There's people in your life, there's people that God has put in front of you. Do you have that message? All right, which way are you going? Are you the one that your buddy says, I need to talk to that guy? Or are you the one who needs to bring somebody to him? And we all struggle. We all have those times where we're down or whatever. But, man, it's so encouraging. When God says to go to church, He said it was about being encouraged. It said it was to encourage one another. It didn't even say to worship and all that. It says to encourage. I want to encourage you guys. If you're not in God, if you're not in the Lord, if you're sitting there going, what is he talking about? I just watched Duck Dynasty and I think it's funny. I don't know about all that other stuff. We're all about all the other stuff, okay? The other stuff is a side drop. We are all about bringing people to the Lord in any way we can. And I just want to encourage you from the family of West Monroe, from Duck Dynasty. I'm here to encourage you to continue to keep standing for your faith. We'll keep doing it in Hollywood. We'll keep doing it in New York with the media, with the press and all that. But I want to encourage you to continue to stand for your faith. Lastly, I wanted to, I'm not crying, I need a drink of water. I could cry. I'll be crying when I'm watching Sadie again. So when I watched the first night, I start crying. I'm like, oh, shoot. I get text. I look down at Jace. He said, Willie, do not panic, but they have you full screen crying on TV. Jace back, I said, Jace, I know. I see the camera right in front of my face. It just kind of happened. So I just want to encourage you guys. I will say I've been out. Our little brother Jeff's in the hospital, so I just want you to know he's doing great. If you'll see, he'll be on the media. But he is doing great, so he's doing a lot better, and we're expecting a full recovery. So But I will just ask you to pray for him.
Amen.
Keep him in your prayers to pray for Jeff, and he's doing a lot better now. So,
your father was in the hospital too. How's he doing?
No, my father wasn't. See, that's where you got to watch the media. That was Sadie's grandfather was in the hospital. He's doing great now. That was I don't guess anybody realized she has two grandfathers. One is Bill, one is John. So that was John. But
I do apologize.
So there you go. No, because everybody thought that. No, John got a kick out of it. He thought it was funny. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I've had such fun talking to you, hanging out with you. Keep supporting.